Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl, Joy from Be the Difference Club. How is everyone doing this lovely day? I hope good. Man, looks like I'm struggling over here. Let me see if I'm buffering, y'all. I was just in somebody's chat a moment ago and looked like YouTube, or it could be on my end. It was like really going slow, buffering. So I need to check. I always need to check to see if I'm buffering or not. Hey, Bayou Kitchen, how are you? Good to see you. And let me see if I'm buffering. Oh, I'm not buffering. The lighting is good. It's decent. All right, that's good. How was your day today? I hope it was amazing. I hope it was good. I hope it was priceless. Let me go and share the stream. Hey, we have a member. And it's C. Dupree. Hey, C. Dupree, what's going on? How are you? Let's see. Let's talk. Let's chat. Spell. Let me say a few before somebody really thinks that it's all about spells and all of that crazy stuff. You got to be careful what you say, because what you intend to mean, someone actually interprets it to be something that they prefer. So, you know what I mean? You got to be careful about those words that we speak. Yes. All right. So I just shared out the stream. How are you doing? I'm feeling okay. C. Dupree. I'm still in active mode. My neck is still reacting. So I don't know. Like I said, hopefully I'll be able to get into a doctor's office maybe tomorrow. If I'm lucky, I'll get into an office tomorrow. Again, guys, these are my 3 books. You can grab copies at btdllc.com. Let me put that in the chat. How are you feeling, C. Dupree? Did you take some meds? Today I didn't take anything. I just used the topical Benadryl, and that was it. I'm just putting the website in the chat. So if you want to buy a book, you can go on the website. But if you want to buy it from me right now, outside of the website, you can cash at me, love. You can cash at me, LOVECA. Oh, LOVEJOYW for copies of any book, any quotes book, any quotes book I have. Feeling good, glad to be off work. Do you work over the weekends too? Oh, look at that, you activated it. So yeah, let me tell y'all about my day. So I woke up this morning, and the first thing on my mind was to set to schedule the drop of my latest vlog that I did. Now let me tell you, I combined a couple of vlogs together in order to come up with that one. So I could have broken them down into 2, but I didn't. So I just squeezed 4 days into one vlog. So that's what I did. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for shaking y'all up like that. Forgive me. And then what else happened? So I woke up, I set that up. Then I did my routine things that I do on a Sunday. I wanted to do an unboxing. So there was a company, it's called Cape Cod Chips. I usually buy my chips. You guys saw, if you looked at any of the other vlogs, you may have seen that I was at, the supermarket, and that was my favorite one that I liked or whatever. So one day I opened up a bag. It was like buy 2 for $6, right? One bag was like, ooh. The other bag was like, where's the salt? Where's the flavor? Where's the jalapeno? Where's all of that? It was empty. So then it was so bad that I just, wrote them. I said, hey, I've been purchasing these chips for a long time, over time, and I really love the product, but this one there was no flavor. And it's like, y'all, when you have a bag that was that amazing, you expect the rest of them to. I said, I feel like all of the flavor went into the bag that I had, and it missed on the other bag. So they sent me a manufacturer coupon. I wanted to do a shout out video to them because they really didn't have to send a coupon. They could have said, okay, we apologize for the inconvenience and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Thank you for making us aware and whatever. So I wasn't looking for anything, but they did give me a coupon. So I took advantage of the coupon today. So I wanted to do an unboxing with that, but I didn't. If you looked at the video that I did post today, the vlog that I posted today, I have a package that I still have to do an unboxing for. I'm probably going to do it after this, after we have our conversation. What up, Gigi? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Hello World. I'll probably do the unboxing after this live. And then what else happened? So after I did that, I was working on the computer. I was trying my best to, I had to ship out an order today. So, well, it didn't go out today. It's going to go out tomorrow. But I got all the shipping stuff together. So I have to put that in the mail tomorrow. And I don't know about you guys, but down in this area, the mailboxes that are outside, the slits are like this thick. So you can't put packages in there anymore, like how you used to be able to open it. And I guess too many people were robbing the mailbox and people's packages were becoming lost. So they just made the slip like this. You can't even open the drawer. That's how it is around here. I don't know if that's universal to everyone in the nation, in America, but here you can't. So you physically have to go to a post office to drop any package that happens to be like this thick and above. Literally, if it's this thick and above, it's not going to fit in the outdoor thing. It's only meant for letters now. So you can only put letters in the outdoor box. So I can't put packages in the mail on Sundays. Otherwise, I would. So I did that today. What else happened? Everything else was pretty much routine. I didn't have a flare up until when I woke up from my nap earlier. I woke up from my nap and I was scratching my neck. So now my neck is like really, really bad. You can't see it from here, but I don't even think I would want to show you anyway because it looks bad. But my neck's from here on down, it's really badly bruised because of the hives. And so that's why I'm hoping I can get to a doctor tomorrow or sometime this week. Hey, real chicks, how are you? How you been? Good to see you. Hey, Life with Nicole, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Hi, Carolyn Eats. How you doing? Y'all need to go over and check on Carolyn Eats. She really is a content creator. She made some sausage and artichoke dip and shrimp, some pasta, something like pasta. It was good. I saw that video, so check that out. So that's pretty much what I did today. And then for the last part, before I got on here, I was at Sister Fifi's channel, and I was also listening to the Information Man show. If you guys know who the Information Man show is, his podcast will have you back. It will give you a reality check that you probably didn't want. So I like going to his podcast, and he had a really cool guest on today. I only caught the last 45 minutes of it, but it was good. And whatever he said, whatever his guest said was enough for me to be like, I was fed. You know what I'm saying? So he has a really good channel. Sometimes he comes in here. Hi, Apostle. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Sometimes he comes in here, but he's really good. I appreciate him. And that was pretty much it. Oh, and then somebody was yelling and hollering and screaming at each other. And I hate to be the bearer of unsavory news, But a lot of people who are pursuing careers in the entertainment industry, specifically as rappers or singers, it's not that your talent isn't good. Your worth ethic is bad. A lot of people do not make it primarily because they're not willing to put 110% in to get nothing for a long time. So right when you're on the cusp of about to maybe being discovered by somebody, you give up. And then when you get maybe discovered by somebody, you get a little taste of what is required. And a lot of times, some of y'all are not ready to be exposed to what is truly required. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, today's topic is about restoration. How many of us need restoration in our souls? We all do. I think after each and every single day that we go through, before we lay our heads down to take whatever 8-hour rest or 6-hour rest, but a bulk of time to sleep in order to get you to your next position of the day or next day or whatever the case, we go through a lot. Hi, MGM. How are you? I'm sorry, MGV. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. And anybody, hi, Letha E. Anybody who comes in, it's not on purpose, but when I get focused, I just look at the camera and I kind of like don't see the chat. So it's nothing against you, and I'm not ignoring you by any chance. By any means do I pretend or try to do so. It's just I try to convey a message to whoever's watching and maybe watching afterwards. So there's no disrespect to you guys. What up, Miss Terrell? Restoration, y'all. After the kind of day that we each have, while my days are amazing, like I truly can't say anything bad about the days that I have, but there are irritants throughout the day. But see, I am built now more to take those irritants, and when it's time to let it go, I can let it go. But sometimes they got residual effects. We need to go through the process every single day of restoring our souls, right? Because like any drain, if you put too much down that drain that's not supposed to be down there, solid foods, garbage, or whatever the case, it eventually clogs. And I think a lot of times we forget the fact that we do need to be restored. Like kind of like this t-shirt, right? We need to be over oppression. This is a t-shirt that was co-made, was co-produced. Over oppression, blow that thing up out of smoke. You can get that on the website too. But how many of us are willing to be restored? Or recognize the fact that we do need to be restored daily. I'm not talking about from the times when you've done wrong to people and you want to get back and you want to restore that relationship. I'm not even talking about that. We always talk outwardly about everything. We always have the outward perspective. But when it comes to the inward perspective, we can barely say a word because we don't want to admit when we fall beneath the stage, right? When we are underneath the stage, where we deserve to be underneath the stage with how we act sometimes. We need to restore our souls every day. And be kind to yourself in the restoration process. Be kind. You don't have to be harsh on yourself like, dang, you messed up. You just scummed her. You don't have to be like that. But what I am saying, literally, if we took off the veils and saw how we really stood compared to what we're pretty much how we act sometimes is the vials of the earth. I hate to admit it. I'm there sometimes, but I'm learning how to try to restore myself and be kind to myself because we have to be gentle with ourselves, right? Because once we learn how to be gentle with ourselves, we can teach people how to be gentle with us. At least that's what we would like, right? You are only treated how you allow somebody to act towards you. They always say that. It's true. If you don't like somebody treating you a certain way, you got to teach them how to treat you. But before we can do all of that, we have to recognize that there are times when we need to be in a position of rebirth, restoration. Yes. Magnetic pleasure. Hi, thoughts. How are you? Good to see you. Life is a journey, not a marathon. It is. It is. Because there's always going to be peaks and valleys. And in those peaks and in those valleys are when we learn the best lessons. When we are at the peak, if you are in the right state of mind, you will see how awesome the creation is and how awesome the things that you've done and how it's impacted so many people, even just impacted yourself. When you're in the valley, you can remind yourself of what the peak looked like. So as you're trudging through and restoring yourself, you know what to look forward to. See, there's good to every situation if we choose to try to think that way. But see, when we restore ourselves gently, then, things are good. And when I say restore gently ourselves, you're leaving room, in my opinion, you are leaving room for your creator, your higher power, God, or whoever you associate your beliefs with, some room to kind of massage your ego, kind of massage the knots out of that character. The character flaws that we all have, trying to massage that out gently. See, being restored is not about you being perfect. It's not about you getting everything right. It's about you showing a sense of humility within your own self, without your humility being pushed upon you, right? Because sometimes we get pushed into being humble. And sometimes when we're pushed into being humble, we get embarrassed. Our little egos are crushed. Hey, Cherries, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Hi, Ms. Terrell. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. We're just having a little conversation about restoration. See, I picked these topics a couple days ago, and I was like, dang, what was I supposed to talk about with restoration? But I know we all need it. And then once we have been gentle enough with ourselves and allowed the creation or creator, God maker, whoever it is, to really do a new work in our lives, then how we outwardly treat others is a lot different. The way we think about humanity becomes very different. The things that we consume with humanity becomes very different. You see how that restoration process, y'all know the restoration hardware store, how you can get that beautiful furniture that costs like $10,000 just for one chair, one side chair, because it's real oak and they sanded it with their own hands. That's how your restoration process is. Sanded down by hand, perfectly glossed or perfectly glossed over with the finest glosses man can get or non-human can get. Now, when you've become restored, which we have to do every day, in my opinion, You have to see that other people need to go through the same process of their own restoration. Be a little bit more kind and gentle with their ego. Because when you are restored, you can see differently. And when you see differently, you want to treat others differently, right? I know I keep repeating myself, but some people hear it differently. It hits different when you hear it a certain way. What up, Steph? Hype man is in the building. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Stephanie's 50. She was looking all cute yesterday with her little masquerade party. Hey, Dub Zero, how are you? Good to see you guys. Hi, Living Better. What up, Reborn? Reborn, I see you dropping videos. Does that mean you're back? Hey, AKA, does that mean you're back in action, Reborn? Please say yes. I have to wait for Reborn to tell me if she's back in action, because I finally edited that video. Yes. So we got to talk on IG when you want to start dropping that thing. You know, I'm ready. Although my video is about 20 minutes long. Sorry. I realize I talk a lot. Not my fault. Y'all wanted it. Okay, fine. You didn't want it, but that's how it just turned out. So yes, it's a bunch of us too. Life with Nicole is down too, Reborn. And you know Stephanie is down too because she said she went ahead and repurchased. So, Now when it comes to the restoration of other people, right? Like, we should be just as gentle as God, our creator, maker, was with us, right? Because during that sanding process, it's gentle. You may feel like, ouch, that hurt, but trust and believe if they sanded us down the way it was supposed to be, you probably would not be able to come back up. So when we see other people who do wrong, whether to you or others, it's easy for us to want to be like, how dare you? It really is. Because sometimes I find myself like, how dare you? But then you have to remember, somebody was gentle with you. So maybe you might want to either not attempt, fall back a little bit, reassess the situation, and then come back and be gentle, or just don't touch it at all. Not everything requires our intelligence. Not everything requires us to be saying nothing. Sometimes the best thing you can do in order for someone to be restored is to keep your mouth shut. Keep your facial expressions to yourself. And y'all know I'm full of facial expressions. Keep that junk to yourself and just stand on the wayside. If somebody falls back, you're there to catch them. And that's maybe all you need to do is just to catch them from falling to their death. Not literally, but emotionally death. That kind of thing. That helps with restoring people too. Because I guarantee you, when you finally come to realizing how bad you are and how many people actually supported you while you were going through your terrible time, you're like, dang, yo, that was so dope. I'm indebted to you. No, you're not. I'm only doing what I wish you can do for me when I'm in that restorative process once again. See, you don't get restored one time and it's a one-time bam, thank you, man, fix. It's not. We are ever changing, just like every single cell of our bodies change and grow and regrow over a certain amount of time. Is the same way we need to be restored over a certain amount of time. Our attitudes are not the same always, right? Because the higher we grow, the mature we become, the different we are, and the differences of how much restoration we need and the degree of restoration needed is necessary. So while I may mature a lot in the other parts of life, I'm still gonna mess up. And whoever has more maturity than me should look to me and be like, all right, this chick, don't got it all together, but I'm going to be there to catch her when she falls. So that when she is fully restored, she sees that I was not a threat, but a help. See, we become each other's threats too much. None of us should be a threat to each other. After all, we were all born from a vagina or a stomach. We were all an egg at one point in time. We were all babies who cried and pooped, peed on people, pooped on ourselves, learned how to walk, fell a couple times, learned how to walk, learned how to talk, learned how to eat for ourselves. We all went through those processes, and somebody was patient enough, hopefully was patient enough during those processes and restored us. So come on, you can do it. Get back up again, continue to walk. The same thing with different levels of the life that we live. I thought I was at 30 minutes already, y'all. But when you think of yourself, don't be too hard. After all, every day you grow. And let's go and let's glow. I want us all to be a glowing beings, humans. So all of us who know how to restore and go through the restoration process, there are people out there who absolutely have utterless hopelessness all around them. That's just their whole being. That's just their whole aura. Y'all, for some reason, YouTube has been sending me videos about the tiny umbrella, the white umbrella or the tiny umbrella, whatever that video series is. I don't know why, but it's been all about prostitutes and pimps and people who have been abusing drugs. And while in their life, in their light, they feel like everything is all good, but when you look at how frail they are and how broken down they are, that alone should tell you, guys, we gotta do a lot more out there. It's not about us. It never was and it never will be about us, the I. Remember, we have to take that out of our vocabulary. We. You guys know why I don't like dropping videos by myself per se? Because I'd rather do it collectively. We all working together learn how to work with each other. And we all get to know each other. We all get to grow with each other. And we all get to see different things like, oh, that's cool. That's why I personally like to do videos with other people. Because it's like, man, we did this collectively. We worked on a project collectively. It's not like I drop my video and I want you to watch my videos. We drop videos. Watch our videos. And people can get blessed from one video to the next, to the next, to the next. You have no idea who needs what. That's not our job to know who needs what, but just to be there and doing what we're supposed to be doing, following your purpose, that helps. And if you can show, or if we can show that it's all good to work with groups, people who have been against working with groups, maybe because they've been traumatized or hurt before, can see it can be done. And it can be fun, and it can be successful. I have eliminated the letter I. I'm trying my best to eliminate the letter I out of my vocabulary, because anytime I do something, it doesn't hit the right way. It's always been about the we. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. Practice what you preach, and so I will practice. We can do so much more collectively. Now, of course, you can't just jump in with any old body. It takes time and patience to get to know people. And thankfully, the people that I'm, associated with, by chance, we've all come along the same way, around the same time zone, and it's all good. And again, my experience on YouTube has not been bad at all. And I hope it doesn't turn that way, but I see nothing but humanity ahead of me. And the more we grow, the more we glow. Hi, Simply Exclusive. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. We already know what happens when people talk about I. It may be cool in the beginning, but now you see where the flaws fall, and well, it's just not a good thing. So the more you eliminate that I and do and practice the we, collectively, we can do much better for humanity than the one person trying to go against 50. When you have 10 people that try to go against 50, you get a better outcome. Because when somebody's weak, you can stand in the gap. When you are the I, you get weak, who's standing in the gap for you? Oh, because you said I all the time. You don't need anybody. Well, okay. You fall by yourself then, and you'll be hurting by yourself. So consider the we, guys. Yes. What up, Brooklyn? We have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn Cutters. I always mess that up. Hey, I'm sorry, but hi. Hey, Octavia. What's going on? I to we, myself together, alone to a team. I feel you. Exactly, Apostle. See, and you know, when there is a we, there's always going to be one or two people who want to separate themselves. And I say, if people want to separate themselves, don't fight too hard to try to keep them, right? Because then you'll just weaken the core more, right? Allow people to go off on their own thing if that's what they want to do. Respect their will and their choice of free will. And maybe one day they'll come back. And when they do come back, please come back. Have open arms to receive them, because it's hard enough that sometimes people have to admit that they couldn't do it for the I. And when they have to come back to a group of people who may possibly in their thought process think like, well, oh, you came back, what you want? It's hard enough to admit that you need to come back, right? So the story that I saw today, the rappers, right? So they were hollering and yelling and hollering and yelling, hollering and yelling, right? And what I gathered from the whole conversation, money was back exchanged, and somebody was running their mouth during a podcast and was saying, well, I don't want to be a part of this. And then the other person's like, fine, don't be a part of this. Then he was like, I signed the contract. And they were like, you done with the contract. So he had that I mentality. Yo, when he was on that podcast, he was like, yeah, yo, I'm the man. I could do this all by myself. But then outside of that, the group was like, no, you chose your fate. Now go. You know what happened? Dude went back and was like, yo, like, you could tell he was trying to plead himself back in. Other people's like, nah, we ain't feeling that no more. You done embarrassed us way too many times. You done did the X, Y, and Z, that you out, you done. You see, when you on that boat by yourself, all of a sudden you want to kind of roll to everybody else because that party looked much jumping. They got all of the music, because you can't be the DJ, the lighting expert, and the dancer all at one time and successfully have a party with people when it's just you. So he realized, like, dang, I can't be the DJ. I can't roll the boat. I can't dance, and I can't rap all at one time. And they said, nah, we already recognized the fact that you wanted to be out. So stay out. So I'm pretty sure, who knows, maybe they'll restore their relationship. Who knows? And if that does happen, it will be a recycled conversation again, the hollering out. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I just looked at all of them. I said, listen, y'all haven't even hit the surface of a real meeting. They don't do that. They don't do that up there. They don't do that. You can't even get it together on a superficial level. How are you going to get it together on a bigger level? It's not going to work. And maybe in another year or so, they'll have another dream and try to follow that. I don't know. But guys, choose your path wisely. And always be ever in the need and the want and desire to be restored. That keeps you humble because no man knows everything. And when you do think you do, oh, trust and believe life. If another person doesn't, life will certainly have you becking on your knees and your bloody knees on top of that, because it's going to crush you. And it's going to crush you and grind you into the ground and be like, this is how you truly are. And it will expose you of all of the hidden flaws that you didn't think. All of the holes inside of your body that you didn't think you had. All of the imperfections in that beautiful ego that you thought was amazing. And then hopefully there'll be other people coming around to catch you when you fall. Don't be that type of person that feels like you've got it all together all of the time, because you don't. I don't always have it all together all of the time. And I do know how to ask for help when I need it. Everybody's talking to each other. Hi, Liam. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. We had 36 minutes. Hey, Jess Teresa. How are you? Listen, y'all. At the end of the day, know that it is necessary for you to save a little bit of time to reflect on yourself, to be in that position of restoring. Do it daily. That way, when it happens by other people trying to point out your flaws, that junk don't hit as hard. Because you already know I'm submissive enough to know that I can't do it by myself. I'm submissive enough to know that I don't have it all together. I'm submissive enough to know that there is someone higher than me, whether invisible or visible, that knows more than me and is willing to teach me and grind me into finer salt so that I can reach more, so that I can taste more sweet to others. That's what that restoration process does. It makes you more flavorful. Oh, I want to be flavored. Yes. That's part of what's going on with me. I do not have it all together, but everybody see it so different. I cannot do it by myself. Y'all, you see, when somebody says that, that's saying, reach out and touch my ego, because I can't do it all by myself. And if we all say that we are all sisters and brothers in charity or Christ or whatever you want to say, you reach out. Somebody reach out to Ms. Terrell. Somebody check up on her if you don't already do so. The chick just said, I can't do it all by myself. And everybody thinks that I got it all together, but I don't. She got Instagram. Every single last one of y'all got Instagram if you truly care. Only do it if you truly care, because if you don't, it's not going to help the situation. Reach out. That's what humanity is all about. That's what we're all supposed to be doing. That's what the parts that we should be playing. Somebody reach out. We all need each other. And it's not by chance or by fault that we all run into each other's channels and somehow become acquainted and somehow become more friendly. Take the guards off, because you never know who can bless you more than the people that you've known for all your life, or bless you more than the person that you think knows you best. I'm hot, and I got the air conditioner on. The mask I wear is to protect me from a virus. There is no virus more than the ones that we create. Oh, I done fell out for that one. There is no virus more, something that I said, than the one that we create. Sometimes we create viruses, i.e., 19. You guys are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And there is no mistake about you. Never, ever, ever, ever let that sit too hard on your soul that you are a mistake, because you're not. Everything that we go through, whether good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, is meant to teach us something, and then also be able to console others when you see somebody going through the same thing or the same struggles that you may have had or just gone through. That's how important you and we are to humanity, not just to each other, but to humanity. To the people that are hopeless, should be lights who have it somewhat together. We should be lights. That eye got to go. It never worked and it never will. And that eye has always gotten us in trouble, and why we are the people that we are right now. I consume. I need this. I got that. I want to beat this. I want to do this. I is such a crippling and crushing stumbling block. We are beautiful. We were created for important things. And the only way you'll know what those important things are is if you spend a little time focusing on what is my purpose. And you want to know how you find out what your purpose is, because many people will not tell you. You spend a little time by yourself. You meditate, you pray, do whatever you have to do to get into a quiet situation in a zone where you can sit down and let God, your creator or maker, whoever you believe in, pour into you and show you how much more beautiful than you think you ever were. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You are designed and specially made for a purpose. Sorry, I'm a little hot. I know I shouldn't have done all that. But whatever you do in this life, make sure it's not all about you. I am here every single night between 7 and 9, gang. And we talk about everything and anything. I wanted to be out of here by 38 minutes. That's why I'm mad at myself right now. So I apologize for busting out into a little thing, but I'm closing up right now. So I appreciate every single last one of you giving me a little bit of your time every single evening. If you want to grab any of my books, go to btdllc.com. Please, guys, remember, you are beautiful and you are amazing. Start with that first, and then let that seed grow. And once that seed grows, then you will start to glow. Not the sweaty glow, but that glow that comes from your soul. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I'm trying to keep this down to at least 38 minutes. And I appreciate you for being here. I'll see you soon. I am here every single night between 7 and 9 for episodes of Hello World.